Good morning and welcome to Jeannie's World. I haven't been doing my videos, haven't really been sick, just been very busy. And there's been situations that's been going on in my life, in others' life, so I thought I would do a general reading. And I already pulled my 8 cards and did a storyline, and it's going on 2 issues. So I have to kind of figure out what those issues are. Now, this could be me or this could be somebody else. And it's release. It's the main card, release. And this card is saying it's come to an end, a phase of a situation. There's been a spiritual transformation or a time to move on. I'm thinking about moving on. But the other person, I think she's thinking the same thing. But we're both in 2 different situations. Now, we have the Queen of Air. This is definitely me because I'm independent, I'm experienced, I'm realistic, and I'm witty. And I need to make objective decisions. I got to clear away what no longer serves me. Having difficult reading, I'm sorry. And I have to see humor in the situation. But this queen also applies to the other person because she needs to clear away what no longer serves her. But I'm thinking this is more me than her because I have another queen. We got the eight of earth. You know, we're learning many things. About a lot of topics. So her topics are totally different than my topics. I've been studying The Secret. She's studying narcissism. But it is time to heighten our intuition and to be sensitive to things about us and to stay friendly and to stay sweet. That's the page. Could the page be a person who's pretending to be sweet? Is it a relationship? That's beginning a new phase? But we need to develop our psychic abilities. Because she has them. Now, here's the Queen of Water. This is who I would say was the other person in these cards. She is definitely tender-hearted. She's empathic. She's patient. And she's very loving. And all her relationships are on a new level. She needs to trust her intuition, and she needs to take care of herself as well as she is taking care of others. Um, this person, she has lots of memories of the childhood, the children. And she is remembering the past, how it was. Now we have the Five of Water. And things didn't turn out in life the way that she planned. And she's not seeing the positive in the situation. And she's kind of crying over spilled milk. But this too holds true of me. Life didn't turn out the way I planned. And my children didn't live up to my expectations, but they did also. But how would you say? I grew up watching Make Room for Daddy, Make Room for Father, the Beavers, you know, the picket fence, and all of this good stuff. That's the way life should be. It didn't turn out that way. And sometimes I do cry over spilled milk. But I have learned to see it in a positive way. But I'm thinking that my Queen of Water hasn't really learned to look at things in a positive way, because her troubles, my troubles are nothing. Her troubles are many. The Three of Water says we definitely, both of us, we need to have more fun. My fun is running the road. Need to go pick her up and go on a trip. Her fun is having a happy, happy family and doing things and making the children feel great. Run the road. But a card did jump out, and it was the Five of Airs. And it says we made an unwise choice. And we need to learn what we can for this situation. And review everybody's motivations. My situation is so simple. All I have to do is walk away. But I would hurt somebody's feeling in the meantime. And that wouldn't be wise. But I don't think it's wise for me to stay where I am. I enjoy the flea market very much. But I'm thinking maybe it's time to leave it behind. I'm unsure. The other queen, well, she could have made a lot of unwise choices. And she does have a lot to learn from her situation. And she needs really to look at the motives behind the people involved in her situation. Her situation is not an easy situation. My situation involves a male friend. Her situation involves her children. So our situations are totally different. And it's easy for me to move on. It's easy for me to look the other way. The decision is, do I want to? What is my benefits if I do? I know his motives. He is childlike, and he feels entitlement. We have a friend-friend relationship. We don't have a romantic relationship. But he has an entitlement that sometimes I don't quite understand and I don't quite like. But because most of it I do understand, I can tolerate it. But do I want to limit my life to this? You know, I don't do much of anything. But the things I would like to do, I would like to paint. I'd like to learn how to play my keyboard. I'd like to sit down and read while my eyes are allowing me to read. And I'm trying all this self-healing meditations to help me heal. I'm a big believer in our Lord, and I know He made our bodies to heal. Okay, the bottom of the deck. I don't want to rant. I could go on forever. Okay, it is the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change. Expect things to get better from now on. Recovery from an addiction. I have many addictions, but I would put this card, back to the other queen, because her situation has been very, very difficult. My situation is making of my own and my indecision on how I want to run my life. But either way, we both have to embrace change, and we both have to expect things to get better. I need to get in focus on what I want and how I want it. And she needs to learn everybody's motivations and stand strong and witty. And addiction, that's saying a lot. Last time I read cards for these people, I got in big, big trouble because I said too much. But if you have an addiction, you're recovering from it. But it's not an easy trail. It's not an easy path. Okay. If that didn't confuse us enough. But when I sat down to read these cards, I had 2 or 3 things on my mind. And, you know, I'm doing the flea market with Miles, and Miles is coming in, and he receives, but he never gives. Everybody gives and gives and gives, but he keeps and keeps and keeps. And his house is full up with flea market stuff. And now he's filling up my house. And when I was sick and I had to stay in the house and I couldn't go to the market and work, I thought, well, my job is I'll sort, I'll price, I'll mend, I'll do whatever I need to do to keep up my part. But I got 2 rooms in my house I can't even walk in, and I can't do the things that I enjoy. So this is a situation that I need to fix. Now, the other queen situation is that she has 2 children in trouble, and she has someone who's an instigator, or 2 people who are instigator of the situation that she has. And then she has another person who doesn't really truly support her in her decision to take the stress from her life. So I don't want to walk in her shoes, because my problems are so minor. Okay, let's pull a card from abundance. I may have to go to the book because I don't use these cards too much. And why I pulled this card, I pulled different decks of cards to read, and usually I don't pull this one at all. Okay, those popped. This is the one I have. Take a divinely guided change. All positive changes and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow up your own divine guidance into a new territory. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, to make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. I think that card was for me to move on. Maybe these cards that popped out were for her. It says the increase of abundance is arriving in many different forms, and some of them are expected and some are not. And be open to receive it. Now, abundance doesn't necessarily, when you think abundance, is it money? No, it's not money. It could be a number of things, wisdom, friends, love. Anyway, she's got a lot of abundance coming. And she needs to be open to receive them. And know that this abundance comes to support her life, perhaps her health, or charitable work. So anyway, she's got abundance coming to help her in her situation, whether it be people, whether it be money. Abundance is on its way for her. Never seen this card before. Dear one, there is no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intent and underlying vows of poverty. or self-denial that you may have made. There's no need to do that anymore. A conscious or unconscious level in any lifetime. As you do so, all your effort of these vows will be undone, and everyone involved in it for the duration of time. You made a vow of poverty, and poverty, again, doesn't necessarily mean money. It could have other meanings, and definitely you know what your meaning of poverty is. But you don't have to sacrifice anymore. You can let go of this vow of privacy. You can let go. And the self-denial, you can let go of that too. Just let go of everything. And detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you are spending time with. So this is being discerning about your association and your relationship. Choose to be with people who are aspiring, generous, and supporting. These cards were not meant for me. This was meant for the other queen. You don't have to sacrifice anymore. You need to choose people who inspire you. And your abundance is going to come in many, many ways. Just keep your hope there. It's like these cards are touching on things that were bothering me this morning. I don't know how I'm going to handle my situation, or I'm going to stay with the flow. I really haven't made up my mind yet. Now I'm going to do Archangel Michael. And this is supposed to also be one card. Sometimes I go to the book. Sometimes I just know. Whoops. Those fell. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. You are on the right path. My prayer. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that are easily understood. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with courage and confidence to make a healthful life changes. Now the one I get 4 pop out. I think these are all meant for me. Take time making your decision. But again, this could be for the other queen. Because she needs to relax and be strong when she approaches the situation that she's in. And needs to be reminded to detach and step back and allow the situation to naturally unfold. Hers definitely will unfold. So will mine. Make a commitment. Michael is the angel of courage and confidence, and I call upon you to lead me in your strength. Allow me to commit myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so that I can open my heart to every experience. Yeah, I prayed about today about opening my heart and not being so sarcastic about a doctor. And I said, Lord, I'm sorry. This is your life purpose is the next card. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose. And I ask you to help me to be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide me in my actions so that I'll be taking the best steps to carefully manifest a wonderful and meaningful career. Neither of us work, so we really don't have a career. So career has to have a different definition. Hobbies, being a better parent, not being a better parent. There's a lot of things that would fall into that career because we're both in our 70s, and so our life purpose is changing. And I think these cards are kind of helping us stop and think how we want to change our life purposes. Do I want to break away? Does she want to break away? I don't think she does. Her life purpose is her children. No matter what hardships they put on her, they are her life. They are her love. Okay, now my next deck of cards, I love this one. And most of the time I do go to the book for this one. Mermaids and Dolphins. And usually it always has a chore to be done. Since there was so much water in the first cards, maybe my chore will have something to do with water. Okay. Protection. We are protected. Our loved ones are protected. And we are protected by heaven's grace. We ask for safety for our children. We ask for protection for for them also. And these prayers have been heard and they have been answered. And any attacks or threats are now a thing of the past and washed away with the tide of heavenly love. This love is clearing away the insecurity so that you can feel totally secure. See, that might be, I know that's good for her. It may be that I'm not feeling secure with Miles. When you in heaven watch over your loved ones, your home, and your protection, possessions, and your prayers are instantly answered. There is no hesitation or delay on heaven's part. It is done as soon as it is asked. Your energies can be directed to meaningful and creative ways, which clear your mind of worries and enjoy the day. That's very good advice, especially for me. I just realized this morning that Miles and I are planning a yard sale because the flea market is going to be closed down for the fair at Volusia Fairgrounds. Except I can't do it because they're going to burn my arms again and I can't be outside. I don't think he's going to like that. Sometimes I'm busy getting well. That is my purpose in life, is to get well. And I think that showed up in purpose of life, is to get well. And sometimes my purpose interferes with his purpose. We both have two different lives. Now this is my animal card. And of course, I pulled I pulled 3 animal cards. And what is it? Pueo. I don't know how to say that word, but it's Hawaiian owl. Your ancestral spirit guides and guiding and offers you guidings. So pay close attention to the signs and the omens from them. Now we have the mouse. You are overlooking some important details, so pay close attention to what's going on. I think the owl is for me. I think the mouse is for the other queen. We both need to pay close attention because in the other cards it says, what is the motives? She needs to know the motives. There's no motives in my life right now other than the ones I'm making. And I'm not sure that's what I want. So that's why I come to the cards for advice. And I might have to come back to him again later. But we're both paying close attention to what's going on. Now, the third card was the blue heron. And it's telling us to make a stand in what you believe in and about what you feel is right, in spite of any judgments or disappointments from others. Okay, that works for both of us. Because if I choose to break off this partnership, that's going to hurt his feelings, but I got to go with what I want. Her situation, totally different, totally messed up with many people. And she does need to stand her ground. She needs to know everybody's motives. She has to put everybody in their place. And then she has to stand up for what she believes in. You know, we can't please everybody all the time. And when we have a group of people, there is no way that you're going to please everybody. Somebody's going to be angry. Somebody's going to be hurt. Something. There's always something. But when you're in this mess, you do have to stand up, and you do have to stand your ground. You have to do what you believe. You can bend, you can sway, but never break. You know, it's for your health and the health of the group. Somebody needs to stand. And unfortunately, it's you. Love ya.